Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Jacob Dickey here. It is about 9:40 on Sunday night. Wanted to jump on our digital platforms, talk a little bit about the weather. As you're on here, if you have any questions, let me know those. I'll answer those towards the end of this. We're going to talk about the cold front tonight, some of these developing showers and a few storms. We'll take a look at southern Illinois and some of the severe weather they're seeing tonight. And then we're also going to talk about the big cold weather stretch that's going to be for the next couple of days here, and when we could get the chance for a little bit of snow. I'll break it all down for you here during this. I do want to mention a programming note. The news tonight at 10 o'clock will be delayed. It will be on at 10:43. NFL football delayed our newscast. We were scheduled for 10:30. It even went a little longer than that. So 10:43 will be the start time tonight. So that's another reason why I wanted to jump on here so you can catch your forecast. Of course, you can always catch the forecast as well on the WCIA3 News and weather apps. Thanks everyone for checking in. Lots of folks letting us know where they're from, seeing some from all over central Illinois and even beyond. If you have any questions, again, I will take a look at those here towards the end. Let's take an area-wide look here at what we've got. So far, most of the area is dry. Had some showers earlier, but there's some showers and a few storms that are starting to develop here, generally along and south of a line from, we'll say, Chrisman down towards parts of Coles County and down into Fayette County here. That include Effingham, Cumberland County, Casey, and Marshall, as well as Paris and areas to the south. For the most part, for the rest of us, we are dry, but there is a front that is pushing on through for the rest of us here. We'll show you those temperatures here in a minute. I want to talk about radar first. No severe weather in the WCIA3 viewing area expected tonight, but some of these storms coming on through do have a little bit of thunder and lightning with them. And we'll turn on the lightning here so you can take a peek and see. Looks like we've got some decent rumbles now from Greenup and Toledo off towards areas south and east of Charleston, past Lake Charleston, as you head down to the south into Cumberland County, and then out towards, looks like Marshall and areas south of Paris. Some of these bolts popping up here. Seeing a couple as well near Effingham, a good downpour now centered over downtown Effingham. And we'll zoom in a little bit more here and show you centered on Cumberland County. Here's Effingham. Here's Interstate 70, there's Interstate 57. It seems to be right in the middle of 57 and 70. And they're moving off to the north and to the east here with a little bit of a southward component back building. More storms developing here from southern Fayette County into southern Illinois. So these will primarily be bringing some showers and a few storms into parts of Fayette, Effingham, Cumberland, Clark, Jasper, and Richland counties, what we expect here with this line pushing on through, and then points to the south with our friends in southern Illinois. Let's show you where the front is right now. It's actually visible if I pull up a couple of different products to look at here. See if I can get it to sneak on in and get an idea of where it's at. And if not, it'll show up on temperatures for us as well. Looks like it's pushing through the area. How about I take a look at temperatures now instead? We're going to look at that. Before we do that, though, I do want to show you in southern Illinois real quick. There is a tornado warning down to the west of Carbondale. This is southern Illinois, not in our viewing area, but I'm not for sure if Southern Illinois University is still having class or not. I think this might be finals week, but I'm not sure. Someone might know that. This storm here has some strong rotation moving off to the east. The warning does not get to the city of Carbondale, but it meets right up to the edge of it. So eventually Carbondale, Southern Illinois University, might be in the line of fire for this tornadic storm as it moves off to the east. And there's some pretty good ingredients in southern Illinois, from Mount Vernon south, really, where some of those best ingredients are for a couple of tornadoes down in southern Illinois. That is not central Illinois, though. We instead are watching for the cold front to sneak on through the area. So I did want to just point that out. If anyone has any connections or contacts down in Southern Illinois University, they do have a tornado watch in Southern Illinois as well. Going to include areas, that's Mount Vernon, be Southern Illinois, Paducah, towards Cairo, and at the split there, south of Merriam on 2457. No watch in our area. We aren't worried about that here, but I did want to bring that to your attention in case you've got any connections to folks down there. Let's talk about temperatures right now. I'm going to pull up the temperature map. And temperatures and wind are really going to give away where this front is here in central Illinois. You can see as it loads here, taking a quick second to do that, you can see we're starting to get temperatures to fall here. Pontiac and Bloomington now down into the 40s. So is Lincoln, dropping here quickly. The front right on the back door here in Champaign County. And likely Fisher, Foosaland, maybe even Mahomet by now, are starting to get that northwest wind, whereas everything else ahead of that front has a nice south wind, 50s and 60s. It's 61 in Effingham. We're at the warmest part of the day ahead of this cold front. We said that would happen from 8 p.m. onward, and that's what's going on. Once the front rolls on through, then you can kiss the warm weather goodbye. That north and west wind really starting to bite here, and by tomorrow I expect sustained winds of 15 to 30 miles an hour, gusts of 30 to 40 on the table. And so that's something we're going to watch here as that front continues to push on through the region. Now, what does that front mean for us here? Here we are at the warmest part of our Sunday, 50s out there. It's 55 in Champaign. Some spots are higher than that. The general trend, though, is down. The air temperature will be down near 30 tonight. The air temperature. But wind chill values are going to be even colder than that. This is a look at the wind chill values here by tomorrow morning. We're going to add that and show you. Here we go tomorrow at 7 a.m. Feels anywhere from 15 to 21. From an actual feels like 61 in Effingham now, feels like 61. That's a 40-degree drop. It's about 55 in Champaign, so about a 40-degree drop there as well from right now until you wake up tomorrow morning. It will definitely feel a lot colder out there into the region. This cold stretch, though, will last for only a couple of days. We're warming back up. We talked well out. We said, hey, there'll be a quick burst of cold air. Whether it locks in remains to be seen. It does not. So we're back to the 50s by Friday. We may even be warmer than that. Probably a similar scenario Friday of what we're seeing tonight here, with temperatures warming and the wind being a factor. But 30s and 20s for the next couple of days here. So winter trying to sneak on in, but it just can't hold on here for the region. This is what we expect. We've been talking about the chance for some snow. If there is any, it's a big if at this point, I think. I really think there's some factors working against it. There might be some very light snow, and it may lead to not much more than a dusting out there on Tuesday into Tuesday evening, maybe particularly on elevated surfaces. Roads I expect to be okay. I think you're not going to have to shovel. Yeah, you might see some falling here, but at this point there's a number of factors working against our Tuesday snow. And it's a low confidence even if we get a dusting here. And if we don't pull a dusting or our first measurable snowfall, we just need a tenth or a trace of snow. If it doesn't happen Tuesday, it may be a couple of weeks based on the extended outlook, and it may not be until after Christmas. So we'll see what happens here. One of the things we're dealing with is with Tuesday's system, a lack of moisture at the right levels. It also appears to be a weaker system. We thought it may phase and strengthen a little bit. That's not the case. And it also has been pulling a little further south, which isn't that favorable for us here. So a dusting possible, but I think this is key here. Most probably going to miss out. We may see some scattered snow showers at time, but I don't really have a big chance of that. This is my snowfall forecast accumulation map here. I don't even highlight any particular area, unfortunately, but I will say a dusting is possible somewhere in the area. It's a low confidence. We'll see what they come up with tomorrow with the latest guidance coming in about 10 o'clock here, if we can update that. But I really don't think we're going to get much out of this. We'll see a few pockets here and there maybe, but not any sort of high impact event expected here into the region. So we got that warmer weather coming here. Take a look at this before we go. The 8 to 14-day outlook. Look at that bright red here. This is from December 14th through December 20th. The red's an indication of warmer than average temperatures. The brighter the reds here, or the deeper the red shade, the higher the confidence that things will be warmer. This time of year, we should be around 40, upper 30s, low 40s. That's a very high confidence forecast for a very large area here. 50s are probably going to stick around in the 7-day forecast at varying times over the next 2 weeks. And it won't be out of the question where maybe we pull some low 60s again in spots. So we'll see what happens here, but this is not a favorable pattern for snow. Yes, Christmas is 5 days after the 8 to 14-day outlook, but the experimental 3 to 4 week outlook, which would include the second half of December, remains warmer. Some notes to mention about this. Just because it's warmer from 14th to the 20th doesn't mean every day is, but the general trend, the big picture supports that. We still can get some cold bouts here and then warm up and cold and warm, like much what we're in now. But I'm really thinking that not this week. Yes, we've got warm Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but the following week, by next Sunday, we'll probably have the 7-day forecast, 50s and a couple of 60s there. So that's something that's interesting here for the region. So wanted to share that. If you want the 7-day forecast and more, again, the show time tonight is at 10:43. That is because it's delayed due to sports. A last mention here before I answer questions, get another radar check. Monday, the forecast looks good to spot the Starlink satellites. A lot of folks have seen them Friday and Thursday and Saturday as well. Today, of course, we had cloud cover. Didn't really anticipate much of a good view. Monday, 5:31. It will move from southwest to northeast. Some clouds should be dry, though. Last approximately 6 minutes in the night sky. You'll see the string of lights right here rolling on by from southwest sky. So look to the southwest, follow it overhead, and then to the north and east. And so that's something I want to mention there. Let's jump back to radar and take a peek at that real quick again, and updates on any showers and storms in the region. Again, no severe weather expected tonight, but we do have some rumbles of thunder out there. Not unusual in December. It happens. Our friends in southern Illinois, though, are looking a little bit more active here. Champaign-Urbana, Decatur, Springfield, probably finished. This is primarily for some of our friends here from areas south and east of Charleston towards Casey, Green up Toledo, parts of Cumberland County, and even areas south of Paris, where some of those showers are and a few rumbles of thunder are moving on in. Probably going to see more here that sweep through areas from Effingham to the south towards Watson. There's US 45. Here's Newton, Robinson, and they'll sweep on through. We should get them out of here by midnight, though. And then temperatures are going to drop. Again, they're already starting to drop. Pontiac, Bloomington in the 40s. Now Watseka there, that line probably approaching even Gibson City here. And the Highway 54 corridor, that runs from Gilman and Arga, Roberts, Gibson City, Farmers City, down towards Clinton, off towards Springfield, where that front is. So only a little bit longer Champaign-Urbana before the bottom drops out. Again, tomorrow morning will feel like the teens and 20s during the morning hours. That's the forecast update for you. No concerns for any ice in the road tomorrow. The wind will dry things out. That's one of the good things when you get a strong wind behind a front. If the roads are wet, that wind will evaporate very well, especially with how dry the air is coming on in. So I have no concerns for travel, no impacts there. It's just going to be cold. That's what we'd say for that here across the region. And what we expect for the night, a little bit possible Tuesday. Remember, though, winter doesn't officially start until December 21st. So there's still 3 months after that where we can get some snow and cold in here into the region. Let's take one last check here. I want to go back to southern Illinois, and it looks like they still have that tornado warning to the west of Carbondale. It doesn't include the city, but still worth looking at, keeping an eye on for any friends that are down there. It looks like it's coming down the road towards Murfreesboro, DeSoto, Carbondale. It may be just north. But we'll watch and see what happens here. As I take a look at velocity product here, there's your rotation. That's showing up clear as day right there. Those greens and reds, some strong rotation there north of Illinois 149 to the north and west of Murfreesboro. About to cross Illinois 127. Eventually will approach US 51 near DeSoto and carry off to the east. So we'll watch it. Not our area, though. So we should be okay for the night here as that tornado warning continues for another 7 minutes and likely is going to be extended off to the east. Radar indicated no confirmation of touchdowns at this point. With that, again, this is southern Illinois. There has been some hail down there, though. Just kind of checking the updates. Yeah, so still radar indicated at this point. And another sign we can look at a little far down there. I don't see any clear indications of debris being lofted there, but probably some hail with that storm as well. We'll take a view from another spot. Kind of hard to make out with the products that we have here at this point. So that's for southern Illinois. All right, that's what we got. Our area has a few of the storms down by Interstate 70. We advertised those last night, this morning. For the most part, cold front sweeping on through. Going to be chilly by the morning. We'll be back tonight at 10:43 online. I'm going to look at any last questions on here. If not, looks like we've answered all those questions and taken care of it here. Good, we got all the questions answered. Hope to see you at 10:43, a little bit late tonight because of the sports again. It's not my call, it's above my paycheck. But wanted to spend a little time online here since we were delayed. Some of you early birds might want to head to bed a little early here, but we'll have updates there at 10:43. That's all I got for you. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you at 10:43. Amelia will be back in the morning. Jack will be back midday, and Kevin will be back in the evening with the latest forecast for maybe a little snow Tuesday.